Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to be providing a quick overview of outpatient care and exploring the role of primary care, which is a subset of outpatient care, but more importantly, is really the cornerstone of the U.S. healthcare industry. So what is outpatient care? When we talk about outpatient care, which is also known as ambulatory care, we are referring to any healthcare service that doesn't require a patient to stay overnight in a hospital or healthcare facility. It's care that allows patients to return home the same day. Outpatient care actually began as an extension of hospital services. Patients would come in for procedures or for follow-ups without being admitted. And that is where we really started the outpatient care services. But today it's expanded far beyond the walls of the hospital. Now we see outpatient care delivered in a ton of different settings and with a lot of different specializations. We can look at the range here, everything from urgent care centers where you go for immediate but not really emergency needs, wound care clinics, home health services, diagnostic imaging, laboratory testing, rehabilitation programs, sports medicine, and even wellness care like nutrition counseling all fall under the umbrella of outpatient care. So there's a ton of different things that qualify as outpatient care, but really the foundational service uh, that defines outpatient care is primary care. Primary care is where patients establish a long-term relationship with providers, receive preventive care, and coordinate specialized care. In a lot of ways, primary care is the central hub of outpatient care. It's where the system begins. So let's take just a moment to define primary care. Primary care is defined by the World Health Organization as an essential healthcare that represents the first level of contact between a patient and the health delivery system, and the first step in an ongoing healthcare process. Um, so, in practice, what this really means is that this is where healthcare starts. This is the initial entry point into the healthcare system. It is where you go first when you have a healthcare need, whether that be preventive, like checkup or screening, or treatment for an acute illness like the flu or a rash, or long-term management of a chronic condition like diabetes or hypertension. So anything like that that might need monitoring, you would usually start with your primary care. It's also very closely associated with family practice, but it isn't just limited to family practice physicians. It's about that first layer of care that anchors the rest of the healthcare system. So why does primary care matter? The clearest points that we can make are primary care's impact on the individual and community's health. Primary care helps people stay healthier by emphasizing prevention through screenings, vaccinations, early detection of disease, by catching health problems or behaviors early. Primary care providers can manage them before they become serious or life-threatening. This preventive approach also reduces the need for costly specialty care or emergency services. For example, managing your high blood pressure in a primary care office is a lot less expensive than treating a stroke in intensive care. In this way, primary care doesn't just improve the quality of life for the patient, but also reduces the burden and unnecessary strain on our healthcare system. At a broader level, strong primary care systems strengthen population health. Communities with accessible, effective primary care have lower rates of hospitalization and better management of chronic illness like diabetes or heart disease. And we step back from there, we can see that the role of primary care becomes even clearer. Primary care is essential to controlling healthcare costs, improving health outcomes, and advancing public health. The contribution to the healthcare system really cannot be overstated. It's essential for building sustainable and effective healthcare in the US. Thank you for taking your time to watch this video. While outpatient care and primary care are broad topics, and there's a lot more to explain here and explore, I hope that this gave you a solid foundation and sparked your interest in learning more. If you have any questions or would like to discuss these concepts further, please don't hesitate to reach out to me.